Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The approach towards Islamic finance started with the first attempt in 1985 and later in 2003. However, this will not happen. BAM believed that the implementation of Islamic finance was contrary to the national banking law. In 2007, the emergence of Islamic finance took place. Alternative products like ijara, murabaha and musyarakah were offered in the market. In between 2010 and 2013, several significant events will happen, including the approval of legislation to issue sovereign sukuk. Participative Banking Act chapter in 2014 remarks that Morocco was ready to fully embrace Islamic finance.
In 2017, there are 5 Islamic banks being launched. After 2 years of operation, all of them have several branches in various cities in Morocco. Firstly, Bank. It has 32 branches, such as in Casablanca and Fez. Secondly, Bank As-Safa. After 2 years, it has 37 branches, such as in Marrakesh and Casablanca. Thirdly, Bank Al-Yusar. It has 8 branches, such as in Casablanca and Rabat. Fourthly, Al-Ahdar Bank. It has 18 branches, such as in Rabat and Casablanca. Lastly, Bank Al-Tamwil wa Al-Inmah BTI Bank. It has 5 branches, such as in Casablanca and Rabat. In short, most of the Islamic banks are located in Casablanca, Morocco, because this city provides a suitable environment to attract the international investors.
Now I will present to you about Islamic banking performance in Morocco. Morocco started their Islamic banking in 2007, but it does not give strong impact. It is because the Morocco residents are not familiar enough with it. After 2017, there are improvements in Islamic banking service performance. Many conventional banks start to use Islamic banking service, and a total of 1.1 billion Morocco dirham in loan have been granted so far. Many terms that have been introduced to develop more about Islamic banking procedure. In 2018, Sukuk have been introduced and Takaful also have been launched for the next year. Totally, participatory banking estimate to reach up to 10% Morocco's additional asset. Morocco's economy got a huge impact on estimated around 3% for developing nation.
Next, product and services. Morocco has acquired a new group of banks whose product and services must adhere with Sharia rules, either Islamic or participatory bank. Islamic financial institutions need a steady supply of Sharia-compliant investment goods to control liquidity and asset holding in a way compatible with the Muslim faith. For example, corporate bond named Sukuk and launch of Takaful goods. There are 5 types of Islamic banking transactions, which are musyarakah, murabaha, ijara, mudarabah, and salam.
Next is laws, enactments and governing bodies of Islamic banking in Morocco. Firstly is participatory bank. Those who offer Islamic banking services are to be called participatory bank rather than Islamic bank. This is to promote usage among firms and users without any discriminations towards the religion. Second is the governing body. The Islamic banking sector in Morocco is under the supervision of the Sharia Committee for Participative Finance, and this board is under the control of the Supreme Council of Islamic Scholars in Morocco. Basically, this board is to oversee and advise on the ruling of the Islamic banking services in Morocco. And number 3 is bank partners. In Islamic banks Morocco are allowed to operate in the country as long as they partner with the existing banks. The partner can hold up to but not excess of 49% of the participative bank's capital.
In developing Islamic banking and finance in Morocco, there are few contemporary issues and challenges faced by them. Some of contemporary issues faced by them are institutional framework, because Morocco does not have any proper regulatory and institutional structure for its Islamic finance. And the second one is infrastructure. Morocco needed appropriate regulatory measures and frameworks to contribute to stronger supply streams to attract demand in under-penetrated markets there. And the next one is challenges that faces by them in order to developing Islamic banking in Morocco. The first one is social culture barriers. The second one is lack of credibility, and the last one is lack of governance.
In a nutshell, compared to its traditional partner, we have noticed that Islamic finance is more moral, since it needs collective well-being through financing ventures conducive to improving the society. The Islamic banking industry in Morocco has, as of now, illustrated that it has all the tools required to compete with conventional banks. They also appear to discover Islamic finance prospects to expand and boost their commercial ads to represent a segment of the population that refuses to be managed and accounted for a few reasons. Morocco, in the presence of other nations such as Malaysia and United Kingdom, could have the fundamental potential to become the Islamic finance hub in Northern and Western Africa. The Moroccan financial system is developing strongly, but is facing a huge challenge in the secure and specific coexistence of customary and participatory systems without prejudice and inclination. Therefore, in order to see if Islamic finance will open on to a big change in the financial industry landscape, the nation must plan for strategies to achieve the objectives that are to be set for this finance, mainly for the long term to continue and sustain it.